protein farts. Although you may be having so much fun dropping them everywhere.
It was me!
Or even sometimes smelling them yourself for quality control purposes. That was a funny one. Anyway, I really have some bad news for you, my friend. That is actually sending you some really strong signals, not just to you and to your entire neighborhood, that your gut microbiome is gone. Hey, I'm Dinesh. I've been a food and pharmaceutical microbiologist for a really long time, and I know a shit ton about microbiology. Like, literally. When you have a lot of bad bacteria in your gut, specifically sulfur-reducing bacteria, they consume hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and the leftover protein in a process called putrefaction that leads to this gut-inflaming, brain and nose-frying hydrogen sulfide and ammonia. And it does smell like exactly how it sounds, putrefaction. But hang on, why is your expensive, costly protein foods ending up in your nuclear reactor but not going into your muscles? Well, you got to unpack science to know more about this. Typically, you can classify protein in a spectrum from fast digesting to slowest digesting. Now, if you look at the slowest digesting ones like red meat, egg, and any kind of animal-based protein, because these have a complex protein structure, they take forever to break down. And by the time they're breaking down, they travel through your small intestine and they land in your nuclear reactor, which is your large intestine. And the bad guys are waiting there to produce these nuclear Scud missiles. Now, if you look at the other side of the spectrum, you have fastest digesting protein like processed whey protein powders. Now, these are already fully digested, and when you consume them, it is like a blast inside. There is all these amino acids and smaller peptides ready to be transported into your bloodstream. But there is transporter receptors which are limited. They get full. It's like a traffic jam. And then your body has no choice. It pushes it through into your large intestine. Now, how much is too much? That totally depends on your genetics. Some people might have more receptors, some people less, or your body might even produce some extra receptors over time. The key is you got to take it slow. And lastly, what do we do about these bad guys running this nuclear weaponry down there? Well, you got to eat a ton of plant-based fibers. Lots of varieties of plant-based fibers. Now, what does this do? They support the growth of saccharolytic bacteria, which reduces the pH and also supports the growth of methanogens, which compete with your sulfur-reducing bacteria, and your sulfur-reducing bacteria populations will go down. Ultimately, you won't have the nuclear weaponry down there anymore. There are other sugar alcohols and other additives in these protein supplements which also lead to some sort of gas formation, but that's for another video. Follow for more.